Good morning, everyone. I am here a little bit early. Hopefully, you can see me and hear me properly, and you may be watching this later on because it is 06:30 in the morning. Okay. Um, I am actually at a conference, but I still wanted to show up. I still wanted to make sure that I am consistent. If you're new here, I am Shevvy Mac, the founder and CEO of Mac Leadership Academy. And what my company does is truly provide leadership development, which is really focused on the CEO of developing their leadership, developing their team, and streamlining their business operations so that they can focus on the growth of their company and not just being in the weeds of their businesses. So come on in if you're watching this hashtag replay. I'm going to check on Facebook because I'm streaming on Facebook, my YouTube page at Lead Like a CEO, and here on LinkedIn. And this is hotel lighting, y'all. Like, this is the best that we are going to get this morning, okay? But let me make sure that you all can hear me because when you're traveling, you don't have your setup and all the things. Hear me. Okay, you can. Okay, perfect. Like I said, come on in. If you're watching this later on, hashtag replay. If there are any questions that you may have, drop it in the chat, or you can send me a DM if you like. Hey, I don't want this question to be seen by everyone. I wanted to just kind of be seen by you, Chevy. By all means, friends, send me those questions. But today, let me make sure. Yeah. Trying to get this setup going, y'all. All right. So today I'm going to be sharing the importance of creating and building a healthy workplace culture, especially as a small business owner. Okay. This is what this topic is going to be about because you may not have all the things as a big company, but it's so important, it's so critical for you to start from the beginning. Just like last week, I spoke about making sure that you build that sustainable foundation. This week is all about building that sustainable culture as well too as a small business owner. So before I dive into that, as always, I am Chevy Mack, born and raised in South America, Guyana, but I am really focused on supporting mission-driven organization in the home care space and in the corporate space as well too. So if you're like, hey, I have a team, I am like looking to build a sustainable business, not just a business that is financially stable, but in the sense of my people being stable as well too. So that's why I want to talk about this topic. So if you're a small business owner and you feel like you have a revolving door of people leaving in and out, then I'm going to be sharing some tips with you to make sure that you are in alignment with creating the culture that your business you need, but also the people that are supporting you within your business needs as well too. Okay. All right. So this is essential because for small business owners, you want to make sure that you are building a sustainable and scalable business because you started your business for a purpose. You have your why behind starting your business, and hopefully, that why is to build a business that is not just making money, but a business that is sustainable, a business that you can see growing beyond you or selling it to someone else. All right. So when it comes to that, it is important to build a healthy workplace culture because morale. Yes, morale, but also increase of productivity. So I'm going to share four things with you all. So the number one thing that I want to share is employees satisfaction and retention. That is number one. So if you think of your business, and I want you to really think, how many people have you had in the sense of onboarding and offboarding? Do you have more people offboarding? Maybe they're, you're like, hey, this is a perfect candidate for, to support me in my business. And 6 months down the line, maybe a year in, they're like, okay, I'm out. And hopefully as they are offboarding, you are really taking time as the leader in your business to sit down, or if you don't have the time, because I know sometimes as a small business owners, you're wearing many different hats, and maybe you don't have the time to sit down and offboard that person, but maybe someone on your team is doing that for you, because you want to make sure that you are sitting down with that person so you can understand, okay, what is the true nature of this employee leaving. And with the retention aspect, I know, and I've heard companies say, well, we give them, bonuses, we gave them a pay raise. Okay, money is nice. It is a nice incentive, but at the end of the day, that money, it's in that moment. That person is receiving that. They're like, oh yes, I'll stay. But in 6 months to a year, they're gone. You want to really focus on, how do I retain my employees? And that comes with, are your employees satisfied with working in your business and working for you? Okay, because they can probably enjoy working in the business because they're doing something, but you may be a problem as the leader. So the first one is employee retention and satisfaction. For this, it's all about you developing a positive workplace culture. And I've worked in toxic workplace culture, and I'm telling you, when it comes to the satisfaction of your employees, they like, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. So that's number one. Um, all right, number two. Let me make sure, y'all. My thing is janky right now. All right, so we talked about increased retention and satisfaction. And I want to just kind of harp on satisfaction, 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 because if your employee is just like a relationship, if you're not satisfying that relationship, what happens? You start thinking, like, why am I here? My needs are not being met. Like, I need to dip. So, same thing for your employee. If they're not satisfied in your workplace, in your business, they're looking at ways of how they will transition out in the next few months. So, make sure that you are asking questions, engaging with your employees to understand, okay, what do they need to make sure that they are satisfied with working for your company. All right, number two is increased productivity. So by building a healthy workplace culture, my friend, you are, especially as a business owner, I'm going to harp, small business owner, you are able to create a healthy workplace culture when you're able to increase productivity of your employee when you have that healthy workplace culture in place from day one. And a healthy workplace culture creates open communication, collaboration, and creativity. Because now it's like, okay, this is a place that I can thrive. They see themselves thriving in this environment. They see trust. They see community. They see opportunities to be creative and innovative, and they're not being shut down. So again, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and you are. Whether you're in the home care space, whether you're in the healthcare space, whether you are in finance, like, you have to look at, how can I ensure that the business that I'm building is a healthy workplace for people who saying, like, hey, I want to work here. I truly enjoy working here, and I have the autonomy and the opportunity to communicate, to share, and be innovative. Look at my nose running. I want to say thank you for joining me. If you are joining me, I see one person drop a hello in the chat. If there are any questions, by all means, drop it in the comment as well too. And I know it is very early, friend, but I thank you for being here, for the person who is joining me. And let me know where you are joining me from, if you are joining me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or on YouTube. Okay. So that was number two. Number two was really focused on increasing productivity. And the more value that your people feel, like, hey, they feel value within your business, then they're going to do more. Because I've shared before, in my experience, of serving in the Air Force for 22 years, I've worked with great leaders, and I've worked with leaders, and I'm just like, no, ma'am, like, no, sir, in a sense of their ability to create a healthy workplace culture. And in the organization where I worked, and the culture was thriving. When I say we were productive, we were doing things, being creative. So it definitely makes an impact when you have that culture where people feel safe. They feel like they have the autonomy, as I've shared before, and the ability to innovate. So, small business owners, focus on creating a healthy workplace culture. And it's going to be healthy for you, because I understand that you are busy, that you are doing all the things in your business. But when you're able to create a healthy workplace culture, now you have people who are stepping up. without you having to ask them to do certain things. Okay, so that's number two. Number one was um, retention and satisfaction. And number two is increased productivity. And I know this my camera looking a little, little funny. All right, so number three, by creating a healthy workplace culture, my friend, and my nose is like running, like for some reason it's like draining. And okay, so let me get back on track. So the third thing, when you are able to create a healthy workplace culture, is the ability for your employees to enhance the quality of customer service that they deliver on your behalf. Yes. So when your employee are excited to come to work, they're excited to be part of your culture, they are going to be they're going to go above and beyond to make sure that your customer feels like they are valued as well too, which increase your bottom line, which increase your external culture, in the sense the experience that they are receiving. That means people are going to be talking about your company. So again, it's a ripple effect. When you as the leader is able to show your people like, hey, this is the place to work, because guess what? We have a culture of openness. We have a culture of collaboration. We have a culture of creativity. We have a culture of trust and a culture of safety. Now they're going to transfer that to how they deliver, how they show up to your customers, which impacts your bottom line, which impacts the external view of how people and customer or partnership sees you as a business owner. Okay, because again, it impacts not only your team but also your customer as well too. And the last thing that I want to share when it comes to creating and building a healthy workplace culture as a small business owner is resilience. It builds resilience for your team. So when things are happening, when challenges arises within your business or within your organization, because you have that collaboration, you have that trust, you have that satisfaction. Now you have team members who are like, hey, we got this. We are going to overcome these challenges, whether that's, the market challenges, whether it's financial challenges, whatever challenges that may arise within your business as a small business owner. By building that healthy workplace culture from day one, you have built the resiliency of your team to be able to support you through those challenges. So as you navigate um, all of this within your business, like really do an audit within your business. And that comes with not just you of what you see as a CEO, but what your team members are saying. Okay. So you are the CEO of your business, you're the leader, you're the entrepreneur, but I want you to tap into your team members and have a conversation with them and let them know, like, hey, I am looking for some feedback of how we can make this workplace a more healthy and thriving workplace. And let it be open. Be like, hey, there's no wrong answer. This is just for us as a team collaborating together to make sure that we are on the right path. Because when you're able to do that and include your team member in that process, now you're building a healthy and sustainable workplace culture. Okay. So friend, it is pretty much my time to hop off because I do have to get ready for my conference. But I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. And I wanted to show up because I want to make sure that I am consistent. But you can join me next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, back to normal time. But today I talked about you as a small business owner creating and building a healthy workplace culture by making sure that you have these simple things in place, making sure that you are creating that environment where your people are retaining, they feel they're satisfied within your company. They are increasing productivity because of the culture that you have created. They are able to enhance the quality of delivery of customer service because they feel value, they have that autonomy, there's opportunities for collaboration, and they're able to voice their thoughts, their concerns, because you have created that space and that culture for them. And last is the resiliency, because when things are happening and not going right in your business, you don't want team members jumping ship. Okay. You want them to make sure, like, hey, we have been part of this culture from day one. It's a great culture to be a part of. Let's make sure that we continue to overcome these challenges as we continue to build our healthy workplace culture. And I'm not saying everything will be perfect all the time. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying lay the foundation that you need in place to continue to build this workplace culture that you're trying to build and sustain for long-term success. So this is my reminder to you as a business owner. An incentive with a monetary incentive is always nice and great, but at the end of the day, your people are looking to be in an environment where they feel like they are thriving in that environment. So money is just a temporary fix. These are my words. You may not believe that, but I'm telling you, money is just a temporary fix to keep your people. But in order to retain them, you have to create that culture. Okay. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me. I am Shevvy Mack, and if you are in the home care space or if you are in a mission-driven organization and you would love for me to come in to audit your operations, then definitely send me a DM. Let me know, like, hey, Shevvy, I would love for you to come in and do an audit. And that could be an audit on your SOPs. It could be an audit on how you lead within your business. And you're looking to really optimize how you show up for yourself as the leader, but also show up for your team members as well. So if you're like in that space and like Chevy, I would love to have a conversation with you. I would love to have a conversation with you as well too. So send me a message and join me here next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Okay. I know it's early. Thank you so much for joining me and have an amazing day. And I will see you all later.